One job position that had me so fucked up at Amazon was picking. That's when I quit. Packing was cool, all the other stuff was cool. When they put me in picking, baby, it's time for me to go.
So today I decided to quit my job here at Amazon after working for them for 1 full year.
So I just got fired from Amazon, and I've been working there for 4 years and 8 months. I didn't even do anything wrong.
When workers are quitting right now, we got a more video like this. I'm your host, call me Rick. Let's jump into the video.
So if you read the caption, it looks like I'm leaving Amazon. It's not official yet. I haven't put in my 2 weeks or anything. I just put a leave of absence. So if that doesn't get approved, next week will probably be my last week since I have no more PTO and no more vacation time, and I do not plan on setting foot in that building again. I got a new job. I'm going to be working at the Gap as a visual supervisor, so I'm going to be in charge of mannequins, signage, and just overall making sure the store looks nice and how it's supposed to look. But yeah, it's been a good run. Been with Amazon for 2 years. Ironically, just got my 2-year pin. Here it is, like 2 weeks ago. But the Gap is paying me the same as Amazon, and unfortunately, I gotta quit Finish Line too because I can't do 2 jobs since Gap is not in the overnights anymore. It's during the day, and Finish Line's paying me minimum wage 15, and I can't. It's not worth it. I'd rather get the full Gap 20, and that leads me to the TikTok content. I still have a bunch of Amazon content in my camera roll, and I'm gonna keep posting it, but more sparingly. I want to head in the direction of sneakers, fashion, clothing, and just kind of get away from the Amazon content. But like I said, I'll still post it here and there because I know a lot of you guys follow me for that. And if you guys still need some questions about Amazon or some tips, just let me know. I kind of want to do all of that this week just to get it out there. And yeah, I appreciate all the followers, all the support. And it's been a good run, Amazon, 2 years. But
There's complaining about the salary, $15 per hour, because he's expecting to have like 20, but what I heard from him is because he got another job, so he has, 2 options. He has to choose to stay in Amazon or moving to the next. But for me, I believe when you have a new job that increase your salary, you have to move, that's all. But the problem is that they're complaining about over time. They're complaining many things about the job.
So today I decided to quit my job here at Amazon after working for them for 1 full year, and here's the reasons why. First reason is the pay. I get paid $19 an hour, and that was just recently. I was originally getting paid $16.50. Second reason is Amazon gives way too much power to their customers. If a customer wants to get you fired, they can. It only takes 2 customers to make complaints within 40 days and you're fired. Third, they have us driving around in filth. You guys can see everything in this van is dirty. And the last reason is Amazon doesn't care about the drivers. That's why they have contractors that basically hire us. We're not hired by Amazon because if anything happens, Amazon can just brush their hands off and say, well, it's not us, it's the contractors, which is fucked.
Some of their staff to relocate or quit without severance. So they're saying, hey, we hired you in 2022, told you you could be remote, but now you have to move to an office or you were fired, you're quit, no severance. They're doing layoffs. This is layoffs in disguise. They are basically saying you can move back, and if you don't move back, you're out of here. They give you 30 days to decide and then another 60 days to get here. It's a layoff.
Really crazy. How come the big company like that push the workers to move from one place to another place, even like immediate, without any reason? As I think Amazon make a lot of money. They're selling their own product, which is really good. They can even have, when they have another branch, they can recruit another workers instead of shifting people from one place to another place, because there is a time you make money, you have a job, you have your own property, and they push you to move from one state to another state, for example.
So a lot of people talk about warehouse and how that job is a nightmare, but who's actually gone into detail as to why the job is a nightmare? Guys, I worked at Amazon warehouse shift. 2 hours in, I walked out because I said, no, impossible. I'm not bankrupt. I'm not in severe financial deficit. I'm not a single mother raising 11 kids to stay at this job. It was absolutely crazy. So I've gone in, they've done my training and whatever. They've given me these heavy boots to wear. First shift, they've put me on a conveyor belt. I said, rah. Conveyor belt, the items, I kid you not, yeah, are coming at the speed of, bro, it's hundreds of items coming at once of all sizes, whether it be pet food that weighs 20 kg, a TV, shoes, makeup. Now, because the conveyor belt doesn't stop, it's non-stop, you have to organize the items that are coming on a conveyor belt into sections at that speed. So you need to have good hand, eye, and mind coordination.
You have to be like AI to manage those stuff.
So on the right and the left, you might have to put, on the right, you might have to put any package that has A and on it and over the numbers 25. On the left, you might have to put any package that has B on it and over the numbers 30. So you basically have to swing the package to that side with speed. If you are not fast enough, sorry about that. If you're not fast enough, you are basically hindering and giving too much work to the person next to you in the line. And they're basically going to hate you for it. And the conveyor belt will go for a good 5 minutes or what it felt like. And then it'll stop for 1 minute for you not to have a break. No, not even a break. It will stop for you to sort out the mistakes that you have made. Now, imagine cat food coming at that speed. 20 kg. You've got to swing that. It's just a joke. You lean on something and the camera can see you and you've reported and they come and they tell you need to stop leaning on that. You sit for 2 seconds, they run and chase you and they tell you have to get up. You need to go to the toilet, they bloody time you. You need to go break. The break room is about 5 minutes from where you are, 5 minutes back, and your break is 20 minutes. So 10 minutes of those you've basically spent walking. It's crazy. Like, it's literally like working in a bloody sweatshop. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. You know, obviously, besides the low pay, the job's a nightmare. Besides, obviously, you get quite a lot of money, the job's a nightmare. Every penny you get, you deserve it. There is no question about that whatsoever. You deserve every single penny you work. You work for your money there and then some. I remember when I went to go and talk to the office and I was like, listen, I'll quit. And I felt so embarrassed, but I was almost in tears because, you know, I felt like a failure. But I'm like, nah, I can't do this. It's not that serious. Why am I giving my body this amount of pressure? It's outrageous.
I'm not gonna lie about this. After watching this video of this lady, what she's talking about is like in Amazon you might require to be a hard worker to make a lot of money, which is not even bad, by the way. As I speak as an African who live in Africa, and I believe many of people need that opportunity. I think the problem with Amazon, they push you to work hard, but they give you enough money, which is not even bad. It's back to the side of the owner of the company. He provide safety, place to work, give enough money. You have to deliver. That's all.
Yeah, I cannot believe this. Like, I didn't quit. Like, I can't do it. Yesterday, when I was on my route, I went through Anacoco, Leesville area, and y'all, they was so racist. Like, a man asked me, did me and the other person I was with asked me, did we want to hang from the tree? He had 3 ropes hanging up in the tree, and he asked us did we want to hang from his tree. I knew when he said that, plus the big dogs, everybody literally has dogs, which I have nothing against dogs, but no, I can't do it. I was on my way to Leesville this morning. I had 36 minutes left till I got to where I was going. And I turned around and I'm back at Amazon and turned the truck in. Like, I can't do it. I'm really mad at myself because I don't quit. I'm not a quitter. But I can't do it, bro. I can't. I'm going to get in my car, go home, and cook and do job applications because, you know, some jobs ain't for you. This job not for me.
So I just told my manager that I was leaving. And I'm not coming back because I just can't do Amazon. I just can't do Amazon. I'm sorry. I used to work for Amazon a long time ago and I stayed there for like 2 years and I was doing like hella long shifts. And this is a seasonal. But I just can't do it. I just can't do it. So yeah, I can't do Amazon. I can't. No. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie. Some people, they left Amazon because they have another option. But they don't even give you the reason why they left, but it's too much. You see a lot of videos talking about, I'm quitting. What's wrong with that? But if you feel like you are tired, you are not safe, you are not happy at your job, you have to quit. That's all right. That's what I have to say about that.
Alright, so I know y'all been waiting for this update, but this badge no longer works. Amazon officially let your girl go. Oh, all that hard work, and I did not get converted. I didn't get nothing, just a text message saying, bitch, you're fired. Okay, not fired, laid off, but it's all the same. Jobless. So I'm gonna go live at 9:30 to discuss the process of how I got laid off, what it took, and what they sent me, and how it's going, and how I'm gonna maintain life in school without having a job. And it's most definitely not a funny situation, but it's like, I started this countdown in hopes that I was gonna, like, you know, be one of those employees who stay, but they let everybody go. Max text messages like, boop, 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 you're fired. Like, damn. It's like, why through text? Like, send me an email. No, do that shit in person. We were in person every day. You could have let me know face to face. And the crazy part is I put in a transfer, like they said. And the transfer meant absolutely nothing. Like, nothing. Never heard back from them. They just logged me out my app like, bitch, you never existed. Like, oh, shit, I never existed.
Amazon has recently laid off 26,000 workers and they have replaced them with robots. And it's getting too much. It's getting to a point where things are entirely expensive. How do y'all expect people to pay their bills when you're replacing us with robots? How? I just need to know. Amazon is a good paying warehouse. Why would you want to take that away from the people? You can make up to $30 an hour at Amazon. That's good enough money to survive on. Because I think minimum wage is still $7.25 or maybe $7.50. Why would y'all want to replace human workers with machines? Those machines are man-made. Anything can happen to those machines. Why are y'all taking away food from children's mouth because their parents can't go to work? Why would y'all want to do that? I don't get it.
There are two people. One side, they are quitting because they are frustrated, they are not happy at their job, they are not happy with the salary. Another side, this woman is complaining about why Amazon is replacing people Amazon is replacing workers with robots. You know, that's why Amazon need to make a lot of money. So they're introducing new system where the robot do everything and they reduce number of workers. Yeah, it's really crazy. So even if for the people who stay in the Amazon, they are being pushed away with that robot. That's why we got a lot of videos of people talking about they are quitting.
Story time on how I got fired from Amazon and how my termination appeal went. So I've worked for Amazon for over a year. I'm a flex associate, which means we get to pick our own scheduling. As long as we work 30 hours for the week, we can do whatever we want. If we don't work 30 hours or if we have any absences or we're tardy, we also get points. We have a point system. It's an 8-point system. If you get more than 8 points, you're up for termination. So I had obtained a couple points, but they roll off every 60 days. My points were for not working enough hours for the week. I also had 2 for a late shift drop. So if you drop a shift before 16 hours before the shift, then you get 2 points. So I had about 5 points and 3 of them were about to roll off in like 6 days. We have an app that we use for our scheduling, and that app always malfunctions. People's schedules get completely deleted, or things that you've deleted stay up. So I added 2 shifts, and the next day I decided I didn't want to work them. I was still within the time frame to drop them, so I dropped them both. They were off my schedule, no sign of them. Cut to the next day, I open the app, there's the 2 shifts. It was about 5 hours before the shifts began, and I contacted our corporate office. I let corporate know what happened, and I asked for a solution. I didn't have enough
Oh my God. Okay.
off PTO to cover the shifts, but I did have a lot of vacation time. The representative offered to use vacation time, told me I was golden. I asked a few times if this was going to result in any points or if I should just go in, and they assured me I'd be fine. They applied the vacation time, the shifts went away, not to be seen on the schedule again. Cut to 5 days later, the vacation time is refunded, the shifts are now there, and it looks like I missed 2 shifts, like I just didn't show up. So I get 5 points. I end up with 10 points. I contact corporate and I try to see how to resolve this, and I'm getting automated messages and no real answers. So on 12/16, a week before Christmas, I lose my job. I just can't clock out. My badge doesn't work, and I can't get out of the building. I hadn't been told by anybody that it was coming, but it came. So I contact ERC again, our corporate office, and they said, yeah, it looks like that representative that you talked to a week ago should have told you that that vacation time was not guaranteed. It had to be approved by a manager. The new representative said, oh yeah, that representative made a mistake, but I can't do anything to get your job back. You can put in an appeal. So I did, and on the appeal form, you can request a panel of your peers or the senior site leader to hear your story. So on the appeal form, it says, in 48 hours, you'll be contacted to schedule your appeal. I turn it in on 12/20. I don't get an answer until January. My appeal was scheduled for the 6th. Nobody called. Nobody did anything. On the 9th, I finally get the call. The guy talks to me for 10 minutes, and I can tell it's probably not going to go well. He's not understanding what I'm trying.
So sad. Let's move to the next video. We'll talk about that after this one.
Hello. This is kind of coming out of nowhere, but I was brought to the side of the world of being laid off on TikTok, and it reminded me of my own story of getting, I guess, fired from Amazon. Jeff Bezos. You probably will never see this or care, but I just felt like sharing. So at the time, I got married in 2014. It was like sometime early 2014, because I remember it happening like 4 to 6 months before I got married, and I was so stressed. I was so embarrassed. And I was like late 20s, so I wish I had more confidence in myself back then. But you know, if you've never been fired before, it's really just energy drain, and it just brings your mood down. It makes you feel less than, even if you really didn't do anything wrong. Now, I will say the one thing they had on me was that I was consistently like 1 to 3 minutes late, is what they said. Maybe like once or twice 5 minutes late. anyway, I don't even remember what my start time was, but let's just say it was 9 a.m. I wouldn't be at my desk till 9:03. But other than that, if anybody's ever worked at Amazon, they'll know this. You have the corporate mumbo jumbo of time tracking every single thing you do. Even when you go to the bathroom, you have to like slot out that there's like I don't remember what it's called, but a specific thing that you would put for that. Or if you're on a phone call with a client or speaking to somebody, it's like you're tracked in every single way that you can be tracked. And I also, on top of that,
Oh, hell no. Hey, they are smart.
and I just forgot what I was going to say, but so you have one-on-ones, you're tracked, and then they rank you. And so in the group that I was in, I was always in the top ranking. Let's just say out of 15 people, I was always like 1 to 5 of the highest, meaning that everything that I did, I produced higher than the other people. So I was always in top ranking. I was always ranked high with customers and producing the work, so I get the work done efficiently. And now looking back on it years and years later, I realized that the reason why I was fired was 99.9% because they needed to cut corners, and they went down the line of whatever they do, and they were like, okay, well, she's been late, so like this is an actual excuse that we can fire her legally. I mean, I think it's a right to work state or something like that, so they could do it without a reason anyway in South Carolina. That's where I used to live. But I realized that all of my stock was about to vest. So when you take a job with Amazon, they give you a base salary, and then in addition to that, you get stock with the company. And Amazon's a huge company. It's probably bigger now, but it was still a big deal back then as well too. And so that's of value. Like, you want your stock to vest, which means that you own it. And yeah, it's part of like the incentive of working there and whatnot. And after losing my job, I realized that a lot of other people will let go before their vesting date because they don't want to pay that out. So I'm sure it was zero personal, and I was just a number on a chart seeing, hey, this person's about to vest. We don't want to pay out this big amount of money. Is there anything we can do to cut these corners, save money, and get rid of these people? So the point of this story is, if you are in a position where you've been fired or you're recently fired and you're feeling really down about yourself, as long as you are a good person and you work hard, better things are ahead for you, and it's most likely nothing to do with you and more about the bottom line of the company. So just keep going. And that's my Amazon story.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been trying to get two sides so that we can compare, for those who are quitting, for another one who got fired. So but the problem is that it's for those who got fired because they need some work. They need to make money for their life, for the family. So I don't know if the boss of Amazon is going to do something about that, because it's not good reputation for the company. Everyone talking about the same question about your big company like that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video for today. Give us a comment if you like, share your video to your friends so that you can have good community. See you guys, I love you.